Ready, set, go, ready, set. It's the Ready, Set, Go show. Ready, set, go, ready, set, go. It's the Ready, Set, Go show. Ready, set, go, ready, set. It's the Ready, Set, Go show. Ready, set, go, ready, set, go. It's the Ready, Set, Go show.
Everybody now.
Ready, set, go, ready, set. It's the Ready, Set, Go show. Ready, set, go, ready, set, go. It's the Ready, Set, Go show.
What, stop?
No, go.
And now it's time for the Ready, Set, Go show with Miss Katie.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Ready, Set, Go show. I am Miss Katie, and today we have a special guest named Lucille and a story about strawberries and the moon. But first, it is time to move. Start out lying down on the ground. Just lie down on your back with your arms at your sides and your legs together and flat. Breathe in and breathe out. Put your hands on your belly and see if you can feel it getting bigger as you breathe in and then getting smaller as you breathe out. Now do it one more time, the biggest, slowest breath in yet, and then breathe out all the way. Now start making little movements. You might roll your wrists or ankles. Turn your head to one side then the other. You could even give your knees a big hug or rock side to side. Now start making even bigger movements. If you have enough space, you can roll over all the way onto your tummy and roll back again, rolling one side then to the other a few times. Now sit up with your legs crossed in front of you. Stretch one arm over your head all the way to the other side and get a good side stretch. Now do the same thing with your other arm. Put your hands on your knees and scrunch your shoulders up to your ears and down again. And roll your shoulders in each direction. Now it's time to stand up. Can you stand up on your tiptoes? And then put your feet flat on the ground? Do that a few times, up and down. Now take your arms and swing them side to side, making your whole body twist. Okay, now move around any way that your body wants to. Keep moving. Keep on moving. And stop. Plant your feet on the ground and put your hands on your heart and take a big, deep breath in and let it go. Okay, it's time to sit down and listen to a story. My friends Lucille, Peaches, and Santiago are going to help with the voices of the characters today. The story is called The Strawberry Moon Soirée. Lucille is the mom of a baby who is only a few months old, and she thought it would be fun to have a story using the words strawberry and moon. But first, the story song.
Now sit back, relax, off we go. Sit back and relax, off we go. It's a special time, one of the best times of the day. It's time to listen to a story. Hooray!
The Strawberry Moon Soirée. Bella ran through the front door, all out of breath.
Mom, did you know that the moons all have names?
Hi to you too.
She laughed.
Well, I've heard of the harvest moon. Tell me about the other names you learned.
My friend Birdie knows all the names because his mom loves the moon so much. My favorite one is the strawberry moon because I love strawberries. Some other ones I remember are the beaver moon, the wolf moon, and the worm moon.
Well, how about that?
Could we have a strawberry moon party in June? We'd have a lot of time to plan for it if we start now.
That sounds like a great idea. We could call it the Strawberry Moon Soirée. Soirée is a French word for a party at night. What do you think?
I love it. It sounds fancy.
Right away, Bella started dreaming of what the party could look like, and she started making drawings. One had a table stacked high with strawberry treats out in the backyard. Another had kids playing games in the light of the full moon. Another one had her Grandpa Tom playing harmonica on the porch swing while Auntie Layla played violin on the steps. Above their heads, there were strings of twinkle lights. As Bella thought of ideas for the party, she wrote them on a big white circle she cut out of poster board, and she had it taped right above her bed. In the middle of the moon, she made a long list of songs to play at the party. The only rule was that the songs had to have the word moon or strawberry in them. In January, Bella invited Birdie over to help her make invitations. They made a lot because it was going to be a big party with lots of friends and both of their families. Birdie said,
"Why don't we cut out white circles? We can fold them in half so that when they are closed, they look like a half moon, and when they are open, they look like the full moon."
What a great idea.
Bella added,
We can write the words, "The Strawberry Moon Soirée," in cursive on the front, surrounded by strawberry stickers.
Inside each invitation, they wrote all the information using red, pink, and green markers.
Time.
7:30 p.m. until 12 a.m.
Place.
Bella's backyard.
Date.
The night of the full moon in June.
What to wear.
Colors of the moon or strawberries.
What to bring.
An instrument to play a song or a strawberry treat. Oh, I can hardly wait.
Finally, they stuffed the invitations into the red envelopes that Birdie's mom had found. She also gave them white markers to address them, and Bella's mom gave them moon and strawberry stickers to seal the back.
"It's a big stack,"
said Birdie.
I know, it's going to be hard to wait until May to mail them,
said Bella. In February, they started guessing what everybody would bring. Maybe strawberry cupcakes and strawberry ice cream?
"I'll bring chocolate-dipped strawberries,"
said Birdie. The day before Valentine's Day, Bella asked Birdie,
Will you come over and help me make a strawberry cake with pink icing and strawberries?
It was perfect for Valentine's Day, but it was also a chance to test out the recipe for the Strawberry Moon Soirée. In March and April, Bella and Birdie worked on the decorations. They cut out red, white, and pink triangles for garlands and strung white puffballs made out of yarn and hung them from twine. They made enough garlands to hang all around the ceiling of the porch and the fence around the yard. Bella said,
We should make a list of all the other things we need for the party.
Birdie got out some paper and a pen and started writing.
Tables, chairs, plates, napkins, silverware, glasses.
Don't forget strings of white lights and candles,
added Bella. There were so many things to think of. Bella and Birdie both had birthdays in March, and each of them got an outfit for the party from their parents. Bella got a white dress with strawberries all over it and a green sash with matching red party shoes and tiny strawberry earrings. A couple weeks later, Birdie opened a box with a glow-in-the-dark moon shirt, glow-in-the-dark shoes, and red shorts. In May, the friends thought about all the activities to do. Of course, there would be music and dancing once it got really late.
We can play hide and seek when it gets dark,
said Birdie.
And we can play musical chairs with songs from the playlist I've made,
said Bella.
What about pin the face on the moon,
added Birdie. Finally, 3 weeks before the party, Bella and Birdie rode their bikes to the post office and put all the invitations in the mailbox.
Off they go,
said Birdie.
I can't wait for the party,
said Bella.
Me either.
Then the day of the party finally came. Birdie came over early in the morning to help decorate and set up all the lights, garlands, tables, and chairs. They put on the party music playlist for inspiration and got to work. Auntie Layla surprised them with a big armful of white daisies and red zinnias from her garden. Birdie's grandma brought a basket full of red, pink, and white silk roses she'd been making ever since she heard about the party. Finally, it was time. At 7:30, the first friends started flooding into the backyard, arms filled with strawberry delights and instruments. Everybody danced and played and listened to music under the light of the full moon. It was so much fun that Bella and Birdie decided they'd have to make it an annual tradition, and that's just what they did. Every year, the Strawberry Moon Soirée was very much the same, except more songs were added to the list, more creative strawberry treats were brought by friends, and the band got bigger as the kids got older and even better at playing guitars, violins, and drums. Their Uncle Gus even brought his accordion, but everybody's favorite was Grandpa Tom's harmonica. Now and then, someone would write their own songs about the moon or strawberries, and there were even some songs inspired by the Strawberry Moon Soirée. Here's one that Bella and Birdie's friend Kathleen wrote in time for the next year's party. Wild strawberries glisten and the full moon is tonight. What is it time for?
The
Strawberry Moon Soirée.
The full moon is rising and the strawberries are ripe. What is it time for?
The Strawberry Moon Soirée.
We're gonna dance and sing in moonbeams, play hide and seek in moon shadows made by the trees. It's gonna be a June moon party. The moon is big and bright and the strawberries delight. Now
the time for the Strawberry Moon Soirée. There's strawberry ice cream and strawberry pie. Right now is the time for the Strawberry Moon Soirée. Yeah, I baked a pink strawberry cake, and Grandma's bringing homemade ice cream. It's gonna be a June moon party. It's gonna be a June moon party. We're gonna dance and sing in moonbeams, play hide and seek in moon shadows made by the trees. It's gonna be a June moon party. It's gonna be a June moon party.
The end. Today, my special guest is Lucille. Hi, Lucille.
Hi, Miss Katie.
Lucille, I know you are a very creative person and you like to write and also work with clay. First, can you tell me one of your first writing memories?
Yeah, one of my first writing memories is that my mom always wanted us to journal when we were little. I did not like that when I was little. It felt like almost a chore or something new to do. But I started really loving it when I realized I could go back and reread what I wrote, even years or even just weeks later. It's really fun to look back and see what your days looked like last week or even yesterday and reflect on it. And I started to really love it after a while. I'm really glad I did that.
You know, my mom had me do that too. She was an English teacher. And so when I was 12, she started telling me, you should write a journal. And I have over 100 journals.
Wow.
I wrote so many. So maybe that's what got me going on stories and songs too. I don't know.
Yes.
It's wonderful. Well, what are some fun ways for kids to use writing when they aren't doing writing at school?
One thing I liked to do when I was little is I liked to tell my mom about dreams I had. Sometimes they were weird. Sometimes they were simple. I still remember one day whenever I was 6 coming downstairs and being like, I had a dream about a rainbow. And that was it. But I think that that's a great way to start writing, is to write about your dreams or write about silly things that happen. Or if you don't remember all of your dream, maybe you can make a story off of some little details you remember about your dream.
That's a really fun idea. Well, what kinds of things do you like to make out of clay?
So I love making things that are round. So bowls, or I like to make coffee mugs for people I love. I like to make vases for flowers. I wheel throw, which is a certain type of pottery. So that means I sit at a wheel and it goes round and round, and I make things that are circular because of that. I can even make plates, but I just love making bowls and mugs in particular. We use them all the time, every day. I drink coffee out of my mug every morning. Most of the people I love drink coffee or tea. We eat lots of pasta and soups at my house, so they just are in circulation at our house all the time.
Well, that's very special. So did you ever play with clay when you were young?
I didn't. It became something I really loved as an adult. But one thing we did do growing up is in Oklahoma, the dirt is very red and almost like clay. And our backyard, whenever I was growing up in Oklahoma, had not a lot of grass, but a lot of red dirt. And we did a lot of playing in the red dirt, which is very much like clay. So it's really similar. You can mold it in a lot of ways. I feel like that was sort of one thing that kind of inspired my work with clay. It's really fun to be muddy, and working with clay is like playing in the dirt.
Mm-hmm. So did you just kind of squish it in your hands, or would you try to make things out of it?
We tried to make all kinds of things out of it, but we usually squished it around in our hands and got really dirty and then needed to take a bath later. Our dog had lots of that red clay all over her too growing up. So I feel like we were just all covered in red clay all the time. I'm sure my mom loved it.
That's hysterical. True Oklahoma children.
Yes.
And dogs. Well, you picked the words for our story today, strawberries and moon. Can you tell us what made you choose those 2 words?
Yes, my husband, Kellen, loves the moon. His grandpa, he called him Papa. He loved the moon. He loved fishing based on whether it was a full moon. It sort of changes the tide and how you can fish. And it made my husband love the moon. And then when my husband and I started dating, I feel like we talked about it a lot. We always made it a point to go outside and look at the moon when it was a full moon. It just made me come to love it. It's so funny how my husband's grandpa was sort of an influence on me learning to love the moon. And then I've just always loved strawberries. I feel like they're fun, they're cute, they're delicious. Strawberry cakes are amazing. And I love making strawberry cakes for birthdays and just for fun. I love it. I love pink and red and stuff like that. I just feel like it's a really fun fruit.
And so when you make a strawberry cake, do you decorate it with strawberries on top?
I do decorate it with strawberries on top. Sometimes I do the whole strawberry because it's nice to have the green tops on top. Sometimes I cut them. Sometimes I do cut strawberries around the edges, or I do one strawberry in the middle. There's so many different ways you can decorate a cake with strawberries.
That is amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the Ready, Set, Go show, Lucille.
Thank you for having me, Miss Katie.
Now it is time to make the world a better place.
I am smart, I am kind, I am good. I'm creative and I'm strong, so I should know my words make a difference and my actions too. I'll make the world a better place, that's what I'm going to do.
What are you going to do to make the world a better place today, Miss Katie?
I'm going to make sure I turn lights off whenever I leave a room. How about you? What are you going to do to make the world a better place today?
I'm going to give my mom and dad a big hug. I don't get to see them very often, and it's a good reminder when I see them. People love hugs sometimes, so I'm going to make sure I do that.
I'm sure they're going to love it.
When I'm outside or inside, I think, learn, and grow. When I'm outside or inside, there's so much to know and do and think and play. Yay for today.
For the outside activity, you can go strawberry picking at a farm and then check to see if they have anything else to pick, like berries, apples, or pumpkins during other growing seasons. To learn more about the moon, you could go outside and try to find the moon up in the sky and see whether it is a crescent moon, a half moon, or a full moon. A crescent moon looks like a tiny sliver, kind of like the white part of a fingernail. Sometimes people try to find a man in the moon. What do you see? You can also look to see if you can find your moon shadow. When the moon is bright, it will make a moon shadow, just like you have a shadow when the sun is out.
For the inside activity, you could make a cake or cupcakes with strawberries. If you don't have that much time, you could cut up some strawberries and then put them in a bowl and sprinkle some sugar over them or dip them in melted chocolate. As for the moon, you could draw pictures of the moon phases or make a moon phases calendar. You can have an adult help you look them up. You can also use strawberries, blueberries, or apples to make the moon phases.
Thank you so much for joining us today on the Ready, Set, Go show. I hope you get the chance to eat some yummy strawberries or other types of fruit and then go outside and look for the moon tonight.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for doing all the things that you do. Until the next time, hope you have a lot of fun. Remember to be kind to everyone. Bye-bye.
The Ready, Set, Go show is part of the Possibilities podcast platform.